Here we are in London, one of the biggest cities in the world, for one of the biggest events in the world.
Yes, Seth, it's certainly going to be an exciting one. After years of preparation, London is finally ready to welcome the world to the 2012 Olympic Games.
Such a magnificent city, so many views with the Thames stretching away into the distance, and with so many new venues waiting to be tested, this really could be the best Games ever. The Olympic Stadium's splendid, glowing like a beacon here in London's East End.
And there, the Olympic torch, the iconic symbol of the Games, shining over the city of London. What an absolutely beautiful sight.
So many nations represented here, all ready to compete in true Olympic spirit.
Yes, 80,000 people they're expecting in that stadium, and it's going to be full to the brim. Not a spare seat in the house. Just imagine the excitement down there in the crowd.
Fireworks to show the start of these games, and the first event is first thing tomorrow. Plenty of crowd support here. They're all ready to get this event underway.
The next event is the semi-final of the women's archery.
The first known archery competition was organised in Finsbury in London. That was back. Olympics has a superstar, and there's every chance that this athlete could be the face of London 2012. First end, arrow number 1. That's 9. Arrow 2. Well, that's a good follow-up arrow. Take aim. Nine more points in the outer yellow circle. Here's the replay. Well, let's look at the leaderboard at the end of the first end. This is the first arrow of the second end. Bang on. 10. Arrow number 2. Well, arrow 2 locked right on the target. This is the 6th arrow of the competition. That's in the centre. 10 more points to the total. Let's take a look at that replay. Well, after that round, this athlete, much to the crowd's delight, is in the lead. First arrow, always important. Eight more to the total. This is the second arrow. Just outside the yellow, it's worth 8. Arrow number 3. Six points on the blue inner circle. Well, here's the replay. Well, here's the scoreboard at the end of that round, and it shows first place. 3 more arrows then, as the wind really picks up its blustery conditions now. The inner red, 8 points. This is arrow number 2 for this athlete. That's arrow's worth 9. Arrow number 3, end 4. 9 for that arrow. Let's check on the replay. Well, that's a close one. These the final standings, though. So qualification is something that's in the bag now with that first place finish. Here's the scoreboard. With the next event at the Olympic Stadium, and this time it's the 200 metres. Half a lap of the track, and this is for the sprinters with endurance.
On your mark, set.
Since 2008, Jamaica have dominated world sprinting, and once again, fully expect them to retain that title and be very much in the medal positions.
Set.
They're off. Using his strength and stamina here. Well, as they approach the first quarter, all those pre-race nerves should be firmly behind them. Approaching the halfway point. Brazil lead here. China in second. In third place it's Italy. We enter the final 10 metres. The athletes head towards the line. Brazil will go through in first place. China go through in second place. Third is Italy, who qualified for the final. Well, the Olympic Games is all about medals. A top 3 finish is what's needed to get one of those. Having safely negotiated qualification, now it goes on to the medal round. Well, here's the replay then. A magnificent performance from start to finish. Looks so smooth all the way down. Power and grace as he headed towards the line. A fantastic, fantastic race. And the confirmation of the final results now on the scoreboard. Well, let's take a look at the leaderboard then, and qualification assured, a first place finish. Terrific venue, this. So historic. Archery, probably one of the most historic events in the whole of the Olympics. Well, if you want to look at the history of this event, there's one athlete that is head and shoulders above the rest. And there's no doubts that their track record stands them in good stead for this competition. End number 1, arrow number 2. That's the maximum, 10 points. Arrow number 3. Bingo, just what the doctor ordered. Here's the replay of that. Let's have a look at the scoreboard after that round, and it makes good reading. First place.
Chapter representing Brazil.
First arrow, second end. Let's add 9 more to the total for that arrow. Second arrow. Good aim, 8 points. Third arrow must finish this end strongly. That's 8. Here's the replay. Well, that's the end of the latest round, and let's look at the scoreboard. Oh, it's so tight at the top, you can throw a blanket over all 3 of them. Well, that's smack on right down the middle. There'll only be 4 arrows remaining in the competition after this. End 3, arrow number 2. Well, that arrow's worth 10. Brilliant, bang on, 10 points. Here's the replay. Well, let's take a check on the scoreboard, and there's good news, lying in first place. This is the first arrow of the final end. Tiny adjustment required. Arrow 2, end 4. That's 8 points for the inner red. Final arrow, final end. In the red, not bad. Here is the replay. Should be delighted with that performance. That had all the hallmarks of an Olympic champion.
109.
And in third place, bronze for Russia.
105. Third, Russia with a score of 99.
Well, it's time now to crown the Olympic champion. The flags fly high, as now we'll pause for a moment to reflect on a terrific performance. The flags of success fly high over the stadium, and these moments will be captured and will be on the front pages of the papers in the morning. Terrific performances rewarded with gold, silver and bronze. To the Olympic Stadium, 80,000 people on hand here for the next event, and this really has been brought to life, the jewel of the Olympic crown. And they're underway, and it's a quick start. Needs to stay strong here, halfway round the bend, and we're starting to see the break of the blocks. Very close to the front as we approach the midway point. Very tight between these. Out in front, Brazil. In second is China. In third, it's Italy. Brazil take gold. It's silver for China. A bronze medal for Italy. Well, the crowd respond to the new Olympic champion. And that is a moment of real emotion. Pump of the fist in celebration. And quite rightly, he gets the accolades of the crowd. A fantastic effort by this athlete, worthy of the result, powering through to victory. So deserved. This is what was wanted. This is what was achieved. Another superb event for Brazil, a gold medal. Well, this is the Olympic Stadium, and next a time to celebrate as they take to the podium. Magnificent performances rewarded with a medal. Time now to take a quick look at the medal table. is the Aquatic Centre for the qualifying rounds of the men's 100 metres freestyle. Well, let's have a look at the lineup then. And plenty of ability on the blocks. All who believe they can become the next Olympic champion. Good start. Absolutely essential. They're away. Into their stroke now as they emerge from the water. Quarter of the way through this event and already the early leaders start to take hold. This is a brilliant swim. Great drive off the wall as they approach the three-quarter point in this race. Brazil lead here. Second, Great Britain and the Netherlands third. Now as they go into the final 25, the acid's burning in the muscles. We're into the final 10 metres. A hero will be born as they touch down. Brazil will go through in first place. Into the final in second place is Great Britain. In third place is the Netherlands. So many things to like about this performance. In replay, you just see the power of this athlete, stroking so well, and that's why they were able to put in such a terrific time. These are the final standings. Well, a scoreboard could... It's a terrific atmosphere, and this really should bring the best out of these athletes.
On your mark, set.
Team USA have dominated this event. On 8 occasions they've finished with gold, silver and bronze. However, Cuba and China have done well in the last 3 games. And we're off, showing great technique. Good strength as well. Through 50, this is really close. Brazil lead here. Is now down to the line. Brazil will go through in first place. China go through in second place. This athlete's delighted to have qualified for the final. Well, let's have another look then. A beautiful performance, this one, from start to finish. So graceful with every stride, quickly into rhythm, and then it was a case of powering through the closing stage. Welcome to the Aquatic Centre. This is the men's 100 metres freestyle final. And the men take to their blocks. This place is silent. Pin drop time. Race starting to take shape as we reach the quarter point. Still some distance to go, but at 25 meters, the early leaders in control. This is a good swim for him. Strong stroke underwater. Brazil lead. Great Britain in second place. In third is the Netherlands. 25 meters to go. Final stages now. It's gold for Brazil. And it's silver for Team Great Britain. Everybody's on their feet. That is a terrific performance. Well, that was really, really good. And kisses to the crowd as well. They're going berserk. Well, let's take a look at the replay. And there were no doubts in this one who was going to win. Utter domination from start to finish, showing all the power of an Olympic champion, and that's why they took gold. So much emotion down there, so much happiness, all the hard work that these athletes put in, and you can't deny them that feeling of elation whilst on the podium. It's been brilliant once again and thoroughly deserving of these medals. This is the medal tally. Welcome along to the Olympic Stadium. This, though, is the last session of the day. The lineups on the blocks.
Set.
That's a great start by this athlete. Now they move through the gears. Now the power comes in. It's going to be all in this final sprint towards the finish. In first place, it's Brazil. In full swing here. Brazil take gold. China take silver. Third place for Germany, a bronze medal. Well, they're happy with that. Very happy with that, and the good response from the fans as well. Sometimes you just have to tip your hat to an athlete who's right at the peak of their game. Brazil take gold in this event. The performance deserving of a gold medal, and now the ceremony to celebrate the achievements of this athlete. What a performance. From the Olympic Stadium, welcome along for the first session of the day. Every Olympics has a superstar, and there's every chance that... The last 4 Olympic Games have seen 4 different gold medal winners in the triple jump: USA, GB, Sweden and Portugal. This athlete can do so much better than that, and the results do reflect it. Let's take a check on the replay. Well, there's still work to do here. 5th place after the latest round. Here we go in the latest round of the triple jump. Well, a personal best. What a performance, and the crowd respond. What a celebration. Well, let's have a look at the replay. End of the latest round, let's have a look at the triple jump scoreboard.
Next, the athlete from Brazil.
Well, the 3rd attempt about to commence. Well, this athlete's understandably delighted with that performance. A new personal best at an Olympic Games. That's exactly what you dream of. Halfway through then, and the scoreboard is a welcome sight for this athlete, proudly sitting on top of the leaderboard. Well, that wasn't the best, I'm afraid to say. Barely a ripple of applause from the crowd. This is round number 5 then. Well, this athlete just seemed to crumble under the pressure there. I don't know what that was all about. Not anywhere near their best. That should have been comfortable, but in the end it wasn't. Got to move on now. Well, maybe just short in the end, but another terrific jump. Having negotiated that hurdle to make it through to the final, this athlete becomes a genuine contender.
Of 70.01. Third, 40.
Currently used as an exhibition and conference centre, the XL London. Let's take a check on the lineup. Well, the pressure's really on. This athlete's going to have to go some to make the final. Well, this is quite hard, not the most difficult. Has to get it above his head. Every muscle. Oh, that technique is fantastic. Looks very strong here. Oh yes, he's gonna do it. He does it. He'll be over the moon with that start. Been brilliant so far, this athlete, and the question is now, can they follow up their recent attempt with another huge effort here? This athlete is giving absolutely everything. Drives through with the legs. Now, has he got the strength to hold it above his head? Well, let's take a check on the scoreboard, and there's good news, lying in first place. This is the final attempt, and this athlete has been outstanding so far. The question is, though, can they go one better? That's a blow. Didn't even move the bar off the floor. Well, this athlete's happy. No doubts about that. It was a good performance. Well, here's the replay. The bar bending as he eventually gets it above his head. Super lift. Let's get confirmation of the final standings. Well, great news as we look at the scoreboard and... Always an exciting event, this, and one that the crowd can really get into. This is the final of the men's triple jump. Well, really, that was a messy 3 phases, and that'll cost him. That was all right. Can do much better, though, and that scoreboard underlines it, middle of the pack. Well, if you look at that last dive, there were problems in all 3 phases, and the judges will point those out. Round number 3.
Foul.
Well, looks like a foul to me. We await to see what the judge says.
Next up, Discus representing Brazil.
Should be no nerves now in round number 4.
Foul.
Well, that's going to be a red flag. He overstepped on that effort.
Next, from Brazil.
The 5th attempt. Well, that's not a good attempt. In fact, it's a foul. Last Chance Saloon, 6th and final attempt. Well, that's an all right performance. I think the athlete knows they can do better than that, but not bad in the end. As we can see here, a lack of speed and then a lack of technique equals a lack of distance. Portugal finished with a silver medal, but congratulations must go out to the British athletes. A bronze medal, 3rd place, well deserved. Let's have a look at the overall medal tally. This is the final of the men's weightlifting here at the Excel London. Listen to the crowd's reaction. They really want to see this athlete take a medal. Well, the first job will be to choose a weight. Not the lightest, but not certainly the heaviest bar that this lifter has ever got above his head. Looks fairly composed here. Drives through his legs. Now are his arms strong enough to keep this up? 3 lights out. And that's a perfectly acceptable attempt. Crowd like it. Well, here's a summary after the first attempts. Well, this is where the mental state of the lifter really does come into question. A good first effort. Now with the second attempt, can he put more weight on the bar? And exactly how much does he put on that bar? Needs a good snatch here. Well, obviously the nerves are at an absolute premium here. Confirming this, so tight at the top of that leaderboard. So many options to go for. Well, this is the final attempt for this athlete. Looks confident here to me. First phase, very good. Well, completed that one without too many problems, and quite rightly, not the biggest weight you're going to see thrown above his head. Well, I think he'll be happy with that. Looking at his face, he's really happy with that. Delighted. What a performance. Well, let's take one more look then. Has an awful lot of ability. Scream as that goes above his head. One last check then on the final standings, and Brazil take home gold. Second on the podium, second on the scoreboard, a silver medal for Great Britain. Well, after such a terrific competition, it's now time to reap the rewards as the medals will be dished out. Well, that's the end of the... 4 years of preparations since Beijing, and these athletes Well, if you're looking for an outsider, you may have found one in Brazil. Unlikely to feature against the medals, but who knows? Not the start expected. Maybe nerves, maybe excitement. Who knows? Back on their blocks after the false start. and have conquered the nerves. They're in the water and underway. As they emerge from the water, we see the early leaders into their stroke pattern at 25 metres. Good, strong strokes. The athletes pull hard through the water as we approach the midway point. 50 metres gone, and that's absolutely perfect. Brazil lead here. China in second. New Zealand in third place. Now approaching the three-quarter mark in this race. The last few metres, Brazil will go through in first place. New Zealand in second, they qualify. And China take third, that sees them qualify. That was amazing. A world record performance. History being made here, and look at that celebration. So many things to like about this performance. In replay, you just see the power of this athlete, stroking so well, and that's why they were able to put in such a terrific time. Go then in the qualifying rounds of the men's Keirin. The crowd absolutely looking forward to this one. This is the Keirin, and the rules are like this. These riders are required to remain behind the pacer that starts deliberately slowly before speeding up and allowing the sprint finish. China looking good so far, they're leading the way. Well, this is a feisty race, plenty of bumping, lots of shoulder rubbing here as they come together once again. Using the track well here. This is a good test of the stamina. The bell tolls, it's the final lap. Brazil lead here, Finland second. Still moving well, off the seat and starting to sprint as we go into the final bend. Brazil will go through in first place. In second, it's Finland who qualify, and China take third. That sees them qualify. Look so composed through this race, and that's what good athletes do. They look good at all times. Let's take another look at the final standings. From taking the lead, well, plenty of crowd support here. They're all ready to get this event underway. Silence descends. Starting to establish themselves at 25 metres, pulling hard through the water at 25 metres. Good technique. Approaching the turn, the athlete needs to make a good kick. Strong kick. In first place, it's Brazil. Second, China. Holding on to third, New Zealand. 25 to go, stretching out. We're entering the final 10 meters, so close to the line as they touch now. It's gold for Brazil. New Zealand takes silver, a bronze medal for China. Let's take another look at the replay then, and the athletes showed all the way through this race that they had it in control. Great technique through the first 50 meters, and then that's where the stamina training came in as they came through the final 25, dominating the rest to take gold. Is a massive event in Japan, and those aspiring athletes who would like to turn professional have an opportunity to go to a special school. 10% of the applicants who are accepted then undergo a strict 15-hour-a-day training regime. Those who pass the graduation exams are then approved and become eligible for professional Keirin races in Japan. It just shows how demanding this event is. 15 hours a day training, that's got to take its toll on your body. Well, it's down to these athletes to move through on their own. Who's got the strength? Who's done the hard work? Out in front, Finland. In second place, Brazil. Goodness me, did well to stay on the bike with that crash. Brazil take gold. It's silver for China. Bronze goes to Finland in third place. Well, this is a good performance. Everything you've got to like about it. Plenty of heart, plenty of energy, plenty of passion, and most of all, plenty of power. Sometimes you just have to tip your hat to an athlete who's right at the peak of their game. Brazil take gold in this event. Let's take a quick check on the... The Olympic Stadium, one of the most ecologically sound structures. Russia's women have done well in the high jump. They've taken 2 of the last 3 golds on offer. The reigning champion, though, comes from Belgium. Well, this should be well within this athlete's capabilities. Not too difficult. Well, the run-in was great, but the takeoff really left them in big trouble. Needs a good takeoff here. Well, made it look like a formality. Very, very comfortably clear. Well, this athlete is going to have to choose what level to jump over the bar. Well, here we go then. This bar is starting to approach this athlete's personal best. Well, this athlete is at their best, their very best, because they've just completed a new personal best. Congratulations to them on that. What a performance. That's a personal best. Well, let's have a quick look at the leaderboard after that last clearance. Well, this is going to be hard. The bar is now quite high, and this is going to be a real tough one to clear. Well, that's a new personal best, and we said this athlete was in great shape. Well, this athlete's got to choose what height they're going to try and attempt next. And this could be a difficult decision. A new personal best, that's a really good performance. Well done. Well, the bar's height is exactly what's the focus of this athlete's mind right now. This is a tough call. Let's have a look at the confirmation. It's a new personal best. Let's have a look at the table then after 6 rounds. Well, looking to create a bit of history here. This is ambitious. This will be a new Olympic record. Well, that won't be any good, I'm afraid. A stutter in the run-up will have cost this athlete. No chance of going clear when you hit the bar that hard. Well, gets lucky, hits the bar, but it remains on. Going into the final round, here's the scoreboard.
The athlete from Brazil.
Here she is, ready for a world record. Would you believe it? You've just witnessed a world record. That's what the Olympics is all about, and a delight to witness. Brilliant, purely brilliant. Well, here's the scoreboard at the end of that round, and it shows first place. This athlete is looking to jump higher than anybody else has in the history of this sport. This is a world record attempt. Well, the takeoff was poor there. I don't know what was wrong with this athlete, but I think they need to have another look at this. Ultimately a failure, but not far away from getting this absolutely right. Contact with the bar and it will fall. Well, this athlete now becomes a real medal contender. Qualifying for the final is a big hurdle, and they've just negotiated. Welcome to the Royal Artillery Barracks, then. The London port of Woolwich has long had a military...
Attention.
This really is a terrific venue, ready and waiting for these athletes. And what a field that we do have here. Here we go, round 1 then. 8 seconds to hit 5 targets. And the fans like that. Let's have a look at the results at the end of round 1. Here we go, round 2 then. 2 seconds off the clock. Same number of targets. Crowd responding to that. Goodness me, what a scoreboard that is. Next up, round 3. 6 seconds. Nice shooting that round. Looking at the scoreboard, and a 3rd position placing after that round is good news for this athlete. Pressure mounting here, round 4. Well, not bad. Well, 4 rounds gone. Let's take another look at the leaderboard. Round 5, then. This is where it gets more difficult. Well, this could throw the cat amongst the pigeons. Top 3 at this stage of the competition is right where the athletes want to be. For qualification, imperative that you do remain at the top end of the leaderboard. This is the 6th round, 4 seconds to hit the 5 targets, closest to the middle. Good stuff, that. Well, this athlete promised to get through to the final, and that's exactly what they've done. They've delivered on that promise, and now, having qualified, they have a chance of a medal. To the Olympic Stadium, the jewel in the crown of the Olympic Park. This is the place where these athletes will take the next step on their Olympic dream. A decent first round performance. Well, that's the end of the round, and the scoreboard shows just a very slender lead. Well, this is going to be a test for this athlete. Needs to go clear on this and needs to have good technique to do it. Hits the bar and it falls off. Second attempt. Good performance, that. Here's the replay. That's the end of the round, and it's very, very tight at the top. Hardly anything separates these athletes here. This really is a good competition. Great technique to tuck her feet in at the end. Let's have a look at the scoreboard then after 3 rounds. Very impressive stuff, that. Let's take another look at the scoreboard then. Well, this athlete is going to have to choose what level to jump over the bar. And here is the confirmation now. That's a new world record. Here's the replay. So many options to go for. Well, this bar is getting ever so high now. This would require a great leap. Everything must be right to get this world record. Attempt number 2. Well, the run-in was great, but the takeoff really left them in big trouble. She clips the bar and it falls. And the fans in the stadium delighted with that as we look at the final standings. One last check then on the final standings, and Brazil take home gold. An electric atmosphere as we await another medal ceremony. It was a terrific event, and all 3 of those ladies welcome to the Royal Artillery Barracks here in London. The next event is a shooting one. The 25 metres rapid fire pistol. Round 1, 8 seconds, seems like an eternity to hit 5 targets. Oh, that's magnificent, good shooting. Well, let's take a check on the results at the end of round 1. Round 2, 6 seconds for the 5 targets. Technique, absolutely perfect. And how does that impact on the scoreboard after 2 rounds? This is round 3 then. 6 seconds. Well, that's excellent. A grade A performance. Round 4 then, here we go. Pressure cranking up here. This athlete could make history here. Let's have a look at the scoreboard after that round, and it makes good reading. First place. Round 5 then. And now accuracy is everything. He likes it. He likes it a lot. Well, here's the scoreboard at the end of that round, and it shows first place. Round number 6 then, final round. Have to make this one count.
Stop.
Well, that's not bad, but it's not great either. He deserves all the accolades and all the credit the crowd are giving him right now. Take a bow. Another superb event for Brazil, a gold medal. Not quite gold for China on this occasion, but a good performance and a silver medal. And finishing third, taking home bronze, it's Spain. Well, this is the crowning glory as now the athletes take to the podium. Superb performance. Everybody in this building the North Greenwich Arena, absolutely jam-packed. Even the boxes are full. The Olympic Games always has a habit of making superstars. There's no reason why this athlete can't be the story of this Games.
Well, the routine that they've gone for could be described as middle of the road, but if the athlete pulls it off well, it really could put them in contention. Oh, he really executes that beautifully. Oh, that is precision right there. Well, he really needs to get the tricks in now. Oh, superb. Bouncing up and down, just not good enough. It's the tricks that'll get in the points. Oh, absolutely amazing. A great triff. Very impressive height on the bed now, but needs to get into the routine. This really could be his day. Oh, showing great technique there. Well, if he's going to get some points on the board now, we need to see more tricks from him. Oh, bouncing onto your back there, that's not good. Well, bouncing nicely here, but really needs to get into the routine now. Well, he's doing really well on the trampoline. Oh, it's going to be interesting to see that one again. Here's the replay. So how are the judges going to mark this one? What a celebration there. It really has sunk in now. This athlete knows they're through.
Welcome to the Lee Valley White Water Course for the men's kayak slalom.
Olympics has a superstar, and there's every chance that this athlete could be the face of London 2012.
Well, this athlete's future will be decided in the next 2 minutes. One good run could mean all the difference. Needs to paddle well to get through this upstream gate. Well, it took an awful lot of hard work and effort, but eventually got through that gate. Well, it doesn't matter how you hit the gate or how hard you hit the gate. As long as you make contact, you will be penalised.
Upstream approach, tricky, very tricky.
Did well to get through that gate. Had to fight to get back through that upstream gate. Doing well here through section 2, that's a quick time. May have to scoot around the edges to negotiate Stonehenge. Important to get the technique right here in this upstream gate. Had to slow down to get through that gate. Very little to talk about in the way of penalties on this run. It's been very good. And a third time check, things looking good. Leaning very hard to one side here. Well, this gate proved to be a little problematic, but now he's through that gate. What a finish to this! Well, he likes that. It's been a good performance. Well, let's have a look at the replay then. These really are magnificent shots of this course. Ever so smooth through. And welcome. The next event here at the North Greenwich Arena is the men's trampoline. Let's see who's bouncing for glory.
Well, I wonder whether this is going to pay off. This gymnast is going for a really brave selection here on the trampoline. Oh, really showing us a high skill level out there. Well, what a finish to that trick. Well, that's got to help the points total. He's not going to get far in this competition just jumping up and down. Oh, fantastic. Great work with the routine there. Executes that perfectly. Well, he really is leaping high, but he needs to get into this routine. Oh, on your front, he really needs to pick it up now. Oh, showing great technique there. Well, just jumping up and down isn't going to score him any points here. Well, he's doing really well on the trampoline. So at the end of that performance, let's take a look back at the replay. Well, what an absolutely brilliant Olympic final we've had here today. And you can see down there the stark contrast between winning and losing.
Let's round things up then. Welcome back then. This is the Lee Valley White Water Centre, and this is the final of the men's slalom in the kayaking. Keeps momentum through that gate. On the way to Piccadilly Circus then. Needs to keep on top of the white water through this upstream gate. Well, that was a hard one to get through, but he managed it.
It's a brilliant time at this stage, needs to keep to that.
Leaning hard to get through that gate. Needs to stay dry through this upstream gate. Well, it took an awful lot of hard work and effort, but eventually got through that gate. Did well to get through that gate. This is almost a perfect run the way he's negotiating these gates. Goodness me, nearly fell in leaning so hard, battling hard through the oval. Here comes a good test, an upstream gate. had to slow down to get through that gate. Perfect run so far. This is a terrific run at time check number 3. Well, that was a hard one to get through, but he managed it. Paddling hard as he crosses the line. Well, you can see from that reaction, he's absolutely delighted. A new personal best. Well, magnificent shots here then of this run. Some superb strength required to get down this course. Showing just how well this was negotiated. So difficult to keep the kayak moving nicely over the water. Some fantastic. This event has changed over the years with the redesign of the Javelin. The men's javelin had to be redesigned after it was thrown well over 104 metres. Since the redesign, the best attempt is just under 100. Will that be touched today? Another really good throw here. Things going well after that round. Let's have a look at the scoreboard. Second place. Well, here we go then on the runway. We'll look to launch this one. Well, not bad, not bad. Well, it's a good position to be in. Second place for this athlete on the scoreboard. That looks very promising when justice is back. That's a new personal best. Halfway through then, and the scoreboard is a welcome sight for this athlete, proudly sitting on top of the leaderboard. Well, that's very close to a new personal best. It's all going to come down to this, the delivery. Well, I think that picture tells you absolutely everything. Delighted. A new personal best. Starts the run now. Huge ovation from the stands as well. That was a stunning performance. Well, that's a really strong performance. A small glimpse of the potential of this athlete. Well, that's a wonderful reaction, and understandably so. That's a new Olympic record. Well, let's have a look at the replay. This really is a good throw, and let's take a closer look at the technique. Here's the confirmation as we take a look at the final standings. Excellent news as the scoreboard confirms it. Welcome to the Olympic Stadium here, the jewel in the crown.
Every Olympics has a superstar, and there's every chance that this athlete could be the face of London 2012. That's a foul attempt. That's not legal, I'm afraid. They'll have to have another go in the next round. I think he likes that. Let's have another look at the leaderboard then at the end of round 2. Here we go, attempt number 3 then. That's gone miles, a massive throw, and we've got a new Olympic record. What a moment of history. Well, let's see what they measure this one at, but that's a decent throw. That's the end of the round, and it's going to be really tough for the rest of the field to catch this athlete now. Well, that's a good performance. Stirring stuff as that round comes to a close, and the scoreboard tells it all. A huge lead in this one. That's a massive, massive throw and could be very close to an Olympic record. Well, for the kids watching this at home, that's how you throw a discus. Absolutely perfect technique. These are the final standings. So qualification is something that's in the bag now with that first place finish. The design of the Javelin has changed over the years, but the technique remains very similar. The key to this is all about the speed on the runway and then making sure at the point of release the athlete's able to still stop before the line to keep the throw legal. That one lands, but how long is it? Let's have another look at the scoreboard then, and it is ever so tight at the top. Second attempt, nerves should be gone by now. All right, very average though. Well done, good execution on that round.
Next, Kayak from Brazil.
Here we go then, attempt number 3. Oh, that's arcing really low. Absolutely incredible throw, and he knows it. He absolutely knows it. Well, this is the 4th round when the athletes are fully warmed up. The nerves have gone. You expect the better throws here. That's an impressive throw to land over 80 metres. Well, after that round, this athlete, much to the crowd's delight, is in the lead. Round number 5. Over 80 metres there. Let's have a look at the scoreboard after that round, and it makes good reading. First place. 6th and final round then for this athlete. Well, that's a good angle of release, and this should be a good throw. It is. That's a very good throw. That's a new Olympic record, and there's delight across the face of this athlete, and quite rightly so. Fully deserved as well, an inspired performance. The scoreboard shows a new Olympic record, and this athlete now has rewritten the history books. Sometimes you just have to tip your hat to an athlete who's right at the peak of their game. Brazil take gold in this event. Let's have a glance at who's where in the overall medal. Well, the trick here is for these athletes to show that they have the speed across the circle, the power and explosion in the throw, and technique absolutely crucial if they're to get that 2-kilogram disc out and away towards a world record length. Another brilliant effort over 60 metres. A wonderful performance so far, and the results on the scoreboard are just as electrifying. It is a terrific, terrific lead that this athlete takes from here. Well, that's good from Brazil. That's really good in and about the leaders. Well, let's take a check on the scoreboard, and there's good news, lying in first place. That lands over 60 metres, a terrific throw. Halfway through then, and the scoreboard is a welcome sight for this athlete, proudly sitting on top of the leaderboard. Superb performance, that'll boost his position. Let's have a look at the scoreboard at the end of that round and look at this lead. It really is commanding at this stage. Well, the crowd appreciates it, but I think he knows he can throw further. Well, that's the end of the round, and now on the scoreboard has a really big lead. Be happy with that. A really good performance. World class, Olympic class. It's gold. This for me is always one of the best bits at an Olympic Games, when finally you see the athletes on the podium. Go with the 3 meters springboard. This is all about the routine and the execution. The women's 3 meters springboard event has been dominated by China. 6 out of 6 golds for them in the last 6 Olympic Games. Can anybody get in and break their stranglehold on this event? Well, you can't help but sit back and admire that effort. That's a very good dive. Here's the replay. This is a really good dive. Well, here are the scores. Well, here's the scoreboard after that first dive. Well, this is the moment where the divers have a chance to take destiny back into their own hands. It's a real key to pick a tough dive, but one that certainly is achievable. Well, that's good. That's very good. You can't expect anything else, though. Let's take a look at the replay. Good degree of difficulty and well executed. A number of options that the diver can take. Is it going to be the case of pushing herself, or will it be a case of playing safe? That was a pleasing dive from Brazil. Here's the replay. Here are the scores. So after 3 rounds, here's the scoreboard. So far, this diver has put on a show, but are they willing to go that extra mile with this next attempt? Well, that was nice. I think that was all right. Still very much a work in progress, that last dive. Well, let's have a look at the scores. Done really well so far. One final attempt to really nail this one. Well, good stuff from Brazil. That was very, very satisfying, and I'm sure the athlete concurs. The judges' marks are awaited, and you can never be totally sure if they see it the same way as we do. Welcome to the Excel London for the qualifying rounds of the men's table tennis. Today it's Brazil against the USA. To the Excel London for the semi-finals of the men's table tennis.
Thanks very much, Seth. Well, this match is going to be mouth-wateringly good. Here are our two competitors. Gets right across the table with the forehand. Good movement for the backhand. Throws out the curveball. That side spin's got to be hard to handle. Great technique on show with the backhand. Keeps the ball alive with the backhand. There it is, the backhand shot. Brings the backhand shot into play. Well, after all of that, they get the point. Look what it means to them.
Germany to serve. 0-2. One, two.
So the rally's starting to take shape. Absolutely no love lost with the side spin shot. Working the ball with the backspin. Playing on the backhand. playing so well there and quite rightly take the point as a result.
Brazil to serve. 3-1.
Oh, after that mistake, he really does look to the team bench for some answers. Well, confidence is clearly starting to grow, and it's another point won for him. Can he start to really build a significant lead now? Rally starting to build. He's really making his opponent work with that forehand. Trying to fox his opponent with a backspin there. Mixes up the rally with his backspin shot. That backhand will test his opponent.
3-4.
Well, he's leading now, but it really is only by a small margin. It's still all to play for.
Brazil to serve. 5-3.
Wow, his opponent knocks it straight down the line back at him, and he just couldn't return it. Slows it right down with a great backspin shot. Differences are just starting to show, and he's building up a small lead now.
Germany to serve. 4-6.
Well, that wraps up the first game then. Great stuff out there. Can he get a good first serve in this second game now? Well, some great technique on display, and the point is quite rightly his after that. Well, we're all witnessing a fantastic game out there, but he takes the point, and quite rightly.
Germany to serve. 0-2.
Looking to force the errors. Backhand across the net. Awesome defence from both players with this rally. Just places the ball with a backhand. And it's the forehand back over the net. Good work for the point, good use of the table.
0-3.
Well, he won't be complaining, will he? He's doing really well out there, developing into a nice lengthy lead. Asking the questions with a backhand. Oh, he loses the point. He just simply wasn't good enough there.
Germany to serve. 1-5.
So the rally really starting to take shape. Fantastic backhand. Fantastic rally kept alive with that backhand. The crowd go wild and they respond. What a point won. Well, this is it then. All their hard work, and they're now just moments away to get into their Olympic final. Oh, agonising for him. Just missed out on the point there.
Match point. Brazil
Match point now. Can they get that place in the final? Well, he really will be happy with his performance out there today. He takes the victory, 2-0. Time now to hand back over to Seth Bennett.
That's all from... The next event is the final of the women's 3-meter springboard. Execution and attention to detail will be what brings home the medals. That really was an excellent dive. Quite rightly delighted with that. Let's take a look at the replay of that great dive. Well, this is a tough choice. How to improve on that last dive? There are plenty of options. Well, Well, the crowd know that she's bang on form here. Let's take a look at the replay. Good degree of difficulty and well executed. Well, that's the end of the round, and this is the reality of the situation. A magnificent performance and a huge, huge lead. That was a good dive from Brazil. Here's the replay of that. That's certainly a respectable dive, and the score should reflect that. Well, it's ambitious, it's bold, it's brave. Let's see if she can pull this off. Well, that'll leave her smiling, I think, as she leaves the pool. That was pretty good. Let's have a look at the scoreboard at the end of that round and look at this lead. It really is commanding at this stage. Well, that's a good takeoff from the platform. Great entry into the water. I think she'll be pleased with that. That's a decent dive. Well, how will the judges react to this one? One last check then on the final standings, and Brazil take home gold. Here we go then, time to reap the rewards for the efforts, and all three. Welcome to the Excel London for the final of the men's table tennis. Up against China.
Well, it goes without saying, it's so important to get a good first serve here. Using his backhand shot, slows the rally down with a side spin. Oof, point lost there. He just couldn't return it successfully.
0-1.
Backhand to keep the rally going. Brings the backhand shot into play. Playing on the backhand. No speed lost on the ball there with the backhand. It's a good return to him, but what a forehand. Straight across the net with the backspin. There it is, the backhand shot. Utilises the side spin. Down low on his knees, reaches for the forehand. Ball's kept alive with the side spin. He makes the backspin shot look so easy. Slows the rally down with the backspin. Good movement for the backhand. Forehand keeps the game in play. Frustration starting to show there. He just couldn't return that shot down the line.
0.
Rally starting to build. Forehand back across the net. Both players really matching each other now with this rally. Oh, using the backspin now. There we go with a smash. This is what the crowd came to see. They're piling the pressure on. They take the point. Where can they go from here?
2-2.
Really working the table here. Here we go with the smash.
3-2.
Well, he really won't be happy with that. He loses the point there with that play.
3-3.
Pressure's really building. His opponent's error forced, and he'll take the point for that.
Brazil to serve. Ball 4.
Oh, he wanted that, didn't he? He'll be pleased with the point.
4.
Well, it's another point one for him. But the lead isn't that significant. It's still all to play for.
China to serve. Ball 6.
Well, game one complete now. Let's have a look at the scoreboard. It really could get interesting from here. Absolutely fantastic play on court today. The crowd are on their feet with that point one. Well, he was simply just not good enough there, and he's going to lose the point on that one.
1-1.
Oh, he's just starting to frustrate his opponent that little bit more. He takes the point and he's building in confidence. This rally really starting to take shape now. Oh, that really is a great point one. He has to take confidence from that. Well, that's another point on the board for him, but it's still only a small lead.
China to serve. 2-4.
Oh, his opponent really has lifted the level of play there. He's just not good enough.
3-4. Brazil to serve. 4-4.
Oh, he's got to be pleased with that. The point's his.
5-4.
Oh, that mistake could cost him. It could cost him big.
China to serve. 5-5.
Crowd starting to get into the game as the rally starts building. Full stretch for the forehand there. Tries to open the door with the side spin. Oh, he just couldn't handle it there. He didn't have the answers.
Game point.
Well, what a crucial moment here. Serving for the game.
Brazil to serve. 6-6.
That's got to be hard to read with the side spin. Backhand to keep the rally going. Will this be a winner with a backspin? That's a vicious side spin.
Match point. China to serve. 6-7.
This rally really starting to take shape now. Really can't afford to lose any focus now with this rally. So there we go then, that's the match over. And he takes the victory by winning 2 games to 0. Well, thanks for joining us. Time now to hand back over to Seth Bennett, who'll wrap up all the action.
Well, the crowd rise, they bounce in delight because now we're going to have a... So much at stake here and only a tiny amount of time for these athletes to show exactly what they can do. The pressure is on for every single stroke. Great start. And he's putting everything he has into every stroke. China are in first place, France in second, Russia a third. Lactic acid kicking in as now they touch. Brazil will go through in first place. China go through in second place. So much you could say about this performance, but I'll leave it at this. Excellent. Great start, super middle, and a great surge towards the end. Technically, fantastic. To the Olympic Stadium for the qualifying rounds of the men's 100 metres. This really is a terrific venue, one the fans have taken to their hearts. 80,000 people already here. False start, I'm afraid. Nerves must really be kicking in right now. Off first time, and the qualifying's underway. He's in his stride, he's going well. A terrific performance here, sprinting towards the halfway mark. Brazil lead here. Just over 10 metres to go now. Brazil will go through in first place. China go through in second place. A top four finish is exactly what this athlete was looking for, and that's what they've achieved. They move on to the Olympic finals. This is confirmed then. This is the sprinters' equivalent of the 100 metres in swimming. 50 metres, one length of the pool. Here we go. The medals at stake as they enter the pool in the 50 metres freestyle for men. Terrific technique. Brazil lead. In second place, China. In third place, France. A full stretch. It's gold for Brazil. It's silver for France. China take bronze. Well, that's one of the greatest swims you're ever going to see. A new world record. Another superb event for Brazil, a gold medal. Fully deserving of the gold medal, this is the moment where finally the athlete is crowned a new Olympic. This is the Olympic Stadium. This is the men's 100 metres final. Real pressure, a big moment in the whole of these games. Are we going to see a world record? What a race in the 100 metres final! Every opportunity. Such strength in this performance. Out in front, Brazil. Who wants gold? It's gold for Brazil! China takes silver. Germany will claim the bronze. Well, that's a great, great finish. Both hands in the air, pump of the fist in celebration, and quite rightly he gets the accolades of the crowd. Well, look at the joy, quite rightly, the best performance this athlete has ever done here at the Olympic Games, a new personal best. Sometimes you just have to tip your hat to an athlete who's right at the peak of their game. Brazil take gold in this event. Well, let's have a look. The Aquatic Centre, and the next event is the qualifying rounds of the women's 100 metres. Well, if you're looking for an outsider, you may have found one in Brazil. Unlikely to feature against the medals, but who knows? And they're off, they're underway. Back to the surface, and we start to see the early leaders. All 8 athletes very, very close through 25 metres. This is the swim of a life. The kick's good. Brazil lead here. Poland are in second. New Zealand in third place. And now the muscles start to hurt as we enter the final 25 metres. Who's going to come out on top? Brazil will go through in first place. New Zealand in second. They qualify into the final in third. It's Poland. Well, that's a great performance from this athlete. A new Olympic record. That just shows how well they've been able to... This is the Royal Artillery Barracks, the home of all of the shooting events here at the Olympic Games. In 1996, the decision was made to make Skeet a single-sex event. Before then, though, men and women could compete against one another. It's a bit disappointing that to miss on the single from the high house. Next up, it's the double. High house first. That's a great shot on the double. That was good, perfect stuff.
Representing Brazil.
That's a single. Now for the double. Well, these targets don't stand much of a chance.
Next, Kayak from Brazil.
Has a piece of that. Up next, the double. So focused in this performance.
2 hits.
Let's have a look at the tables. This is after 3 positions. Cleared that one and earns a round of applause. This is station 4 then. Missed by some distance there. Now for the double. Hits the target from the low house there. This is the double. Good stuff. Very good stuff.
3 hits.
Well, the scoreboard's looking good here. Second place after that round.
Brazil.
Good finish on the single. The crowd like that. Looking for the double here. Well, taking the birds out like they're going out of fashion. Locked in, loaded, and ready. Good shooting. Collects that one right out of the lower house. What can she do on this double? Picks them both off. That's a brace. Brilliant. Simply brilliant. Terrific shooting here. Amazing stuff. Beautiful execution on that final shot.
Next, Kayak from Brazil.
That's the end of the round, and it's going to be really tough for the rest of the field to catch this athlete now. Hit that one clean. This is station number 8. Explosion. They're racking up the birds like they're going out of fashion. Welcome back to the Aquatic Centre. This place is buzzing ahead of the women's final of the 100 metres butterfly. The women's 100 metres butterfly has seen periods of dominance for the USA and Germany. Australia, though, are the double defending champions. Well, here we go. This athlete's one of the favourites in this competition. These 8 athletes are so close in ability. At the quarter point, they emerge from the water and the early leaders show their heads. Now starting to stroke well at the quarter point. We close in on the midway point. Good turn and kick required. Great kick, that will help tremendously. Brazil lead. In second place, China. In third place, Poland. 25 metres to go. Into the stretch, who's going to touch first? Brazil take gold. Silver for Poland. A bronze medal for China. Well, let's have another look at that race, and what a performance. This athlete showed what being a true Olympic champion is all about. Terrific technique, tons of heart, lots of energy, and a superb performance when it matters. Welcome to the Royal Artillery Barracks here in the southeast of London. This should be a great venue for the shooting events. Brilliant! Two more targets still to hit. That pleases the crowd. Strong performance then as we take a look at the scoreboard after the end of the first round. Gets a piece of that one. This is the double. Two more to the tally. Well, no mistakes here. Well, plenty of action in station number 2. What will that mean on the leaderboard? Just catches the skeet there. Let's have a look on the double. That performance acknowledged by the crowd. It was magnificent.
Next up, representing Brazil.
Clips it. Six big targets to aim for here. This is station number 4. 1 for 1 on the single target. We're looking for the double on station 4. Looking for the double on station 4. Well, the crowd will react to that quite rightly. So at the halfway mark, second place for this athlete. It's a very good place to be in. Threatening the leader at this stage. Kicks off the low house well. Looking for the double. Lower house first. This is station 5. Well, that's 2 more. Banging a brace. Well, they say they're clay pigeons, but they look more like sitting ducks to me. Clips the target, that'll be a point. This is the double. Low house first. Collecting targets with that round. Well, what will that last station have done to the scoreboard? Bags a brace. Well, that's brilliant. Good execution.
Next up, competitor representing Brazil.
Bang on the money. Last station. Her eye really locked in here.
2 hits.
Totally locked in on the targets. Well, what a terrific performance that was. Quite rightly taking the applause of the fans. Another superb event for Brazil, a gold medal. This is a really proud moment for this athlete. All of those years of hard work, the early mornings, the late nights, the stamina sessions. For the moment, the flame continues to burn here at the Olympic Stadium in London, but it has been a quite terrific games. The performances have been every bit what you'd expect from the biggest show in the world of sport. So many iconic landmarks that have just become part and parcel of these games, and that's what London has really brought to the table. The flags wave in celebration after so many good performances. The athletes represented down on the trackside, the nations coming together as one for the last time at the 2012 Games. The city has hosted this magnificently, and this closing ceremony really does signify how the whole of the world has come together here. Many of these athletes will now be turning their attentions to the next time they get the chance to compete for an Olympic medal. The flags of the nations stretch out around the track. The Olympic rings link together at the centre of the stadium, the heart and soul of these games. For now, the lights burn brightly over the Olympic Stadium, as does the flame. The closing ceremony is well underway, and the celebrations are going to go deep into the London night. It really has been a fantastic Games. Thank you for joining us. From Seth Bennett and Alison Kirbishley, we'll see you next time.